Let's talk about some upcoming NFT projects that I'm excited for the end of February 2020. And these are going to be some interesting ones, and I want to talk about them, and hopefully you can go check them out. The links will be below, except for Godjira's. I can't link to the Discord because they have a private closed Discord, so I can't invite to that Discord. With that said, these are some pretty cool projects that I'm excited for. I'm going to share them with you, and as always, do your own research. All right, so the first one on the list is Con Club Official. Now, I've talked about this one earlier, but I really want to bring it back and kind of bring it into a new light and a new perspective. I've been spending some more time in the Discord. I've been digging in, doing research, talking to the team, and I've actually found out a lot of really cool stuff about this project. And I think this one's actually really set to explode going into next month, as well as the next months to come. So about this project, first off, Con Club, they started out their mint at 0.03, and they didn't mint out. They weren't moving very fast. They were kind of stalled out. And instead of just rugging and dumping the project, the team actually did something really incredible. And it speaks a lot about who they are as a team, but not just about who they are, but the project itself. So what the team did is, instead of dumping the project, what they did is they actually dumped the mint price. They made it a free mint. They minted out super quick because it was a free mint. A bunch of people bought it, and then they started selling them for like 0.01, 0.02, whatever, right? So if we look at the floor right now, it's almost at a 0.04 with 159 volume traded off of a free mint, right? You look at what they have planned. First of all, the 3D generation, they said that the project is going to be a 2K resolution art piece for their 3D project. And what they have planned for this project is something that you would not expect from a free mint. According to the roadmap, first off, they're going to be, they did their launch, they completed that, and then they're going to have their 3D Kongs, okay? So, which is really interesting because the 3D Kongs that they have, like these 3D Kongs that they use for the graphics, that they used for like the posing and the videos, they're already completely 3D rigged and like animated and everything. Whereas a lot of 3D projects that we've seen, they're just the 3D models and that's it. Like there's nothing special about them. And then the rendering of the actual NFTs of those 3D projects were just not good. Whereas these guys, they're doing a really good job and they did it for free. So in the roadmap, what they're going to do is they're going to pick some people from the community and they're going to make them the council members and they're going to help them decide what's best for the community. They're going to listen to the community and they're all going to work together to make this the best project possible. I have yet to see a 3D project take this kind of initiative on actually caring what the community wants. And these guys they did a free mint, and these guys literally, when they made it a free mint, they're just like, hey, you know what? We're going to prove to you, we're going to earn your respect, we're going to earn your trust by completing and fulfilling what we have promised. And then we expect, like, maybe at that point, then they'll start earning royalties enough to like expand the project and whatnot, right? So they did the exact opposite of a rug, which I thought is really cool. And then of course, 20% of the royalties are going to go into the treasury for the council and community, whatever they decide. They're going to take more votes to kind of like go with the project. So it's essentially a DAO, right? A DAO. But what's really cool is the tokenomics, okay? This 3D project, it's not just a, oh, hey, buy our 3D thing and maybe someday we'll give you a 3D model that you could go into the metaverse with and have some IRL events that you could go to. Okay, first off, IRL events are kind of cool, but honestly, how many owners are actually going to go to that, right? So not everybody that owns one of these things are going to fly around the world to go to these events. If a project's primary utility is real life events, I'm sorry, but it's not going to have that much value unless it's like an actual yacht club, like an insane value event that you can get into for free. But with these guys, they're going to include tokenomics, okay? So you'll be able to take your NFT and actually stake it and then generate their tokens, and they're going to build out an elaborate marketplace or an ecosystem for these tokens. I just talked to them this morning, and they're going to be planning out some really cool burn mechanics to maintain the value and utility of their tokens once they release. So this project, the fact that it was a free mint and this team is absolutely crushing it, and the floor right now is 0.038. I personally, I bought 11 of these things. I mean, it's not like super crazy. I know a guy who owns 40 of them. But the point is it is going up from here. And one of my big call outs is definitely go check out Con Club Official, because they're doing some major things and the team is essentially doing it for free because that's how dedicated they are. And that the dedication is what's selling it for me. Next project that's coming up here towards the end of this month, if not the start of next month, is the project SOS, or Save Our Ships. Now, if you know anything about me, you know I love my play to earn. In fact, like, play to earn is kind of my specialty. It's what I've been diving in head first into and just really enjoying. I love the tokenomics. I love the play to earn behind it. I love the different ways you can like set up your characters or set up strategies to maximize your minting or token generation and whatnot, right? So what SOS is doing is they're actually kind of breaking the mold in the play to earn space. Last night, I had the privilege of sitting down with one of the devs and owners of the actual project, Captain David, and just by sitting down talking to him, I could see like how passionate he was about making something that is so unique and interesting that is actually playable right out the gates. And that got me fired up because I was already interested in the project before, but now looking at what he's talking about and what they're going to be planning, when they launch right out the gates, you'll be able to stake your pirates and actually play an on-web game. Like, it's an actual game that you can play. So they will have a passive staking so that you can just stake and you can earn their booty token, right, as pirates. But if you want to sit down and you want to actually play, you can actually play to earn once you mint, which is really interesting, and I'll talk about it a little bit. But the browser game, so it'll be tied into the blockchain just like everything else, and it will be an actual multiplayer online game that you can play with your pirate. In this game, there's three major parts, okay? So there's the pirate, which is going to be your first NFT, and then there's going to be your pirate ship, and then your fishing pole, okay? So you can actually see this chart right here. So here's your pirate, here's your ship, and here's your pole. So you'll have different tiers for your ship and for your pole, and then your pirate gives different modifiers and everything to your little setup. And you can actually like maximize this stuff out. You can buy different tier stuff. You can go out and you can loot other players. You can fight, you compete. You can actually go fishing. So if you like the PvE, so if you want to passively just earn booty tokens, you can go fishing and like treasure hunting. And the whole game is actually going to be one of the first like functioning at launch play to earn NFT games, which that gets me excited, and I'm like super fired up for what this team is going to be doing with this project. And bear in mind, this is just the start. Once these guys launch this, they're going to be taking those funds. Obviously they're going to take some for payment, but they're going to be putting money into setting up a more long-term, more in-depth system and game off of their project. So project SOS, definitely excited for. I think if you get in right now, you're super early. There's not that many people in their Discord, a couple thousand. I think this one is going to blow up because this could potentially be a very, very good play to earn. And if you've been following me at all, not to toot my own horn, but I have been making some pretty dang good calls in the play to earn space. So I've done my research on these guys. I've done my homework. I've put in the work to try to find out what could possibly be a downfall for this project. And right now, I can't really find one just because they're that good. They're putting in all the work up front. They've been working on it for months. So when they launch, they want to launch and be ready to run from day one, versus a lot of these projects that launch and make you wait for a month or two or three, or even Pixelmon or Raid Party making us wait for months. So I'm super fired up for this project. Definitely go click the link below, check out their Discord, join them, let them know that, hey, Nate sent me, and say what's up to David. This project is going to crush it. And then, of course, the last project that I'm excited for towards the end of this month, that I'm super fired up for personally, is Godjira Gen 2s. Okay, so this is Godjira Genesis 1s. Okay, but they have a 19.8 ETH floor. And if we just look at this track record, first of all, there's only 300 of these. This is an insane growth pattern. Okay, so these guys, they've got a good quality project. They've got a completely locked down Discord. And they do some very good alpha. The main guy, Sean, he knows what's up. But the whole community they're just super knit, and they're very good at what they do. They've got a good project layout. They're good at planning. They are very good at networking, and the value behind the actual project is just going to keep getting better and better and better. Bringing in the Gen 2s. Okay, I'll throw up some pictures right here so you guys can see them. Right. Boom, here. These are going to be the Gen 2s, and they're going to be generating a token, and they will allow you to essentially get whitelists by burning these tokens from partnered projects through this like marketplace-esque type system. And just the competitiveness inside of the community alone just shows that there's massive anticipation for the Gen 2s. I am whitelisted for a Gen 2. I'm going to do my best to try to get in on the public stealth launch. But if you can, getting a Genesis 2 Godjira is probably going to be one of the best things that you could do for yourself going into next month. And I believe the stealth launch will be around the 27th. That's tentative, okay? I don't know when they'll do it. They give us a vague time estimate on, hey, it might be this day, right? Hence the stealth launch. But if you can definitely pay attention, I'll tweet about it if I can. These might go quick, but Gen 2's Godjiras, whatever floor they're at on the day they launch, definitely try to get one, because some of the bids on these are insane. I mean, the blind bids, people were going clear up to like 5, 10, 15 ETH to make sure they get one of these Gen 2s. Of course, do your own research, not financial advice, but if you can get your hands on a Gen 2 Godjira around the end of this month, you're probably going to be making a good play. Also, I'm going to be launching my own private Discord where I'm going to be sharing everything that I'm doing, that I'm working on, that I'm learning as I'm doing it. You won't have to wait for a YouTube video or anything like that. And I'm also going to be giving access to my Discord members to my web tool that I'm building. I'm going to make the alpha super easy to look over. You're going to see everything that I'm working on, and you can actually use this very, very cool looking web tool that I'm building from scratch. You'll be able to browse the projects I'm looking at. You can click in and see my entire report. You'll be able to see mint pricing, if whitelist is available, when the mint is going to happen, like all this different information, as well as my full total breakdown review of the actual project. So this tool is going to be super valuable to my community. If you're interested in that, make sure you like and subscribe this video, leave a comment below and say that you're interested in the project, and follow me on Twitter right here. You'll see Nate's NFT Talk on Twitter. I'm going to launch access to the first 100 people through my Twitter, as well as randomly selecting people who are subscribed and commenting on my videos here on YouTube. So if you're interested in that, make sure you do that, and I will see you in the next video.